A lot of times when somebody says there's a slaughtering of innocents in the Bible, I always say, hey man, I got good news and bad news.
All right, let's see it.
Number one, good news. In every one of those instances, all the innocent ones were spared. Good news. Bad news. There were no
There were
innocent
no
ones.
innocents.
The only reason people really struggle with this is because we forget at the emotional level, the wages of sin is death.
Yes, yes.
Actually, there's only one innocent guy in the whole Bible. And so the only slaughtering of the innocents in the entire Bible didn't happen in the Old Testament. It happened in the New
That's
Testament.
good. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
God did not do it to man. Man did it to God
Oh,
when
good.
we crucified the Son of God.
So, a whole host of concerns here. And to start, the phrase slaughtering of innocents traditionally has referred specifically to Herod's command that all of the children 2 years and under in and around Bethlehem be killed in his attempts to stop the future Messiah. So, if none of them were innocent, then there's no real point to lamenting the slaughtering of innocents. But it sounds like this is talking about the commands for genocide that we read about in the Bible, where God explicitly commands Israel to go wipe out entire cities, entire ethnic identities, leaving alive nothing that breathes. And in some instances, actually listing babies among the people targeted for that slaughter. Now, the only reason I can comprehend that anyone might suggest that infants are not innocent and are worthy of death is the notion of original sin, that because of a technicality, they have inherited the wages of sin, namely the meriting of death. Now, if that's the argument, then there are a whole host of problems with this. And the one I want to start with is the fact that the people who raise concerns with the slaughtering of innocents, if you tell them babies deserve to die because of Adam's sin, so they weren't actually innocent to begin with, you're not actually convincing them that you are not a fundamentally evil person. You're actually making precisely that case. Hey, we shouldn't kill innocent babies. No babies are innocent because of original sin. Like, that's profoundly stupid. But it's also profoundly problematic in a time when people are justifying the killing of infants from other ethnic groups on the grounds that they're not innocent. That is the kind of rhetoric that has been used in the past to justify genocide of indigenous peoples, the genocide of Jewish peoples, and now is being used by some folks to justify the genocide of Palestinian peoples. So you're trying to draw a very, very thin line. Actually, in this video, you never draw the line. You entirely ignore the problem. And I don't know if the longer interview engages the problem of when it's okay to take the lives of innocent babies because they're not actually innocent because of a technicality, and when it's not. I have to presume that you're going to argue that it's only okay when God commands it. But of course, nobody has any grounds on which to build the case that anything is defensible because God commands it. Nobody has a way to know what God has commanded today. You might try to appeal to the Bible, but nothing in the Bible can tell you that. You're just going to use the Bible as the Ouija board to just validate your own personal identity politics and your own personal feelings about it, which is why historically people engaged in genocide have turned to the Bible for justification when they clearly were not justified in any way, shape, or form whatsoever. So I don't know if you're even conscious of the fact that you are constructing an excuse for genocide. If you're not, you need to wake the hell up. And if you are, you need to grow the hell up. When your defense of the fundamental goodness of the Bible leads you into justifying genocide, you need to sit all the plays out. You need to go back to the drawing board and you need to figure out what the hell is wrong with your worldview. And the fit for this video has been Gravity Falls.